Welcome to the Daughter Arise channel. My name is Yvonne and this channel is all about bringing you content to do with childhood sexual abuse. On this channel I share things to do with my experience of going through this childhood trauma. I also cover news stories and add my thoughts and commentary to them. From time to time, when I'm fortunate enough, I do interview other survivors and their supporters in hopes of raising awareness of this childhood trauma. So if this is the type of content that you're looking for, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified of any new uploads. And if you do like the content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So today, guys, I'm coming to you with a story from the Daily Mail or the Mail Online, and it is about a shocking moment. The police catch a paedophile in a hotel room with a young girl after a harrowing 999 call. So as usual, when I do these type of videos, I do issue a trigger warning just in case there is any details within the story that you may find triggering because of the nature of the subject. So if you do find this type of thing difficult, I would just say to you to not watch this video or come back at a later time when you feel able to watch it. But I've thought that I would just give this trigger warning before I go into the story, and I will leave a link to it in the description box below for you to check out for yourself. So it says, shocking footage has revealed the moment police stormed a hotel room and busted a paedophile with a teenage girl. Officers caught the pervert at a hotel in Manchester after being tipped off by a member of staff who called 999. The concerned worker reported that a 14-year-old girl was in a room with an overage man. In a harrowing audio of the 999 call, it can be heard that the city venue had been notified by two women from a care home about a paedophile. Dramatic video filmed by a body-worn camera shows the moment a strike team from Greater Manchester Police caught the sex fiend in the room with the schoolgirl. An officer can be seen hammering on the door of the suspect's room saying, "Police, open the door, I'm going to open it." Once the male opens up, officers ask him why he didn't answer the door straight away. Dressed in a black t-shirt, the suspect is then escorted out before being arrested on suspicion of sexual activity with a child. The bust came to light as worrying new data revealed that police had received hundreds of reports of children being sexually abused in hotels. Youngsters have been raped and molested in budget high street chains up and down the country, while offenders put do not disturb signs on their door and do whatever they want. Figures from the National Police Chiefs Council show that 504 offences were recorded at hotels in 2023, with 92% of them, that's 464 of them, involving physical contact with a child, while 40% of them, 203 cases, were recorded as rape. Although offences carried out in hotels made up less than 1% of all recorded child sex violence crimes in England and Wales, police warn the crime is likely underreported. The NPCC said police forces are now working with hotels to try and raise awareness of child sexual exploitation. Sergeant Ian Hazelden from Greater Manchester Police is one of those involved in the operation. He conducts stings during which cops pretend to be an abuser and travel to a hotel with a child acting as a victim. They then attempt to book a room while displaying signs of suspicious behaviour. He said, "We'd rather be safe than sorry because this is an extremely serious crime and we don't want them to worry about making the wrong call. If hotels are suspicious, the gold standard response is to call the police." So guys, as you just heard from that story, a paedophile has been caught in the act within a hotel room trying to engage in sexual activity with a child. It's quite worrying though that hotels are not really picking up on this, especially as has been said in this article, low-end hotels. So I'm guessing here they're talking about hotels like Travelodge or Premier Inn, maybe those types of hotels over here. I think it should be mandatory for hotels to do training with their staff about childhood sexual abuse and child sexual exploitation, because obviously paedophiles will try and find somewhere where they can get away with doing it, and the audacity of them, as we've seen in this article, to be putting a do not disturb sign on the door shows that they are quite bold in the things that they try to do to children. I think it should raise alarm bells with hotel staff if you've got somebody considerably older coming in with a child. If somebody has come there with their child to stay at a hotel, they have nothing to feel offended about or to feel worried about. But I do think that those type of things like ID checks should be carried out. I know somebody who used to do these type of checks, a young girl that used to do these type of checks with the police, and they used to go to hotels and see if they would give them a room and stuff. And in those cases where this young girl was involved in that as part of this project, they wouldn't let her come in and stay there with this older person that she was with, who happened to also be maybe a police officer or somebody in that type of position. So I do think sting operations are really helpful in doing this. I do think, as I've said, ID checks would be great. And if hotels during these sting operations are found to be just letting people go into a hotel room with an underage child, they should be fined or something of that equivalent, because it's really unacceptable to have so many cases of hotel rooms being used like this. And if the paedophiles are going to be bold in doing this type of thing, you know, hotels need to really be looking to stamp this type of thing out. It's really unacceptable and it should be definitely addressed. If you want to see the footage of this sting operation, as I mentioned at the beginning, I will leave a link to the story in the description box. You can check out the footage for yourself. So until the next video, take care.